Hello, it's me, Josh Hunter, and I'm here on the planet Earth. And I just, like I said, at the time of this recording, I have three subscribers and perhaps, I don't know, not very many views. Not that it matters. I mean, this is mainly for me anyway. I don't know why. Normally when you go through life, you have certain experiences, your social media and all these things you spend with your friends and all that, and it helps you to remember things. But I've been living such an, I wouldn't say a secluded life, but I haven't I haven't spent very much time with people who know me. So you might say, well, what about the people, I know I've talked about a lot of this before, but I sometimes have to say things in very many ways so that I understand it. That's why, it's context anyway. So I haven't spent a whole lot of time with people who know me, and that includes the people who I have spent time with previous to my homelessness. I wouldn't say that I'm a complicated person, that I'm difficult to understand. Because, people have dogs, and, I figure if you could understand a dog, you should be able to understand me. My basic, my fundamental principles. I don't know if I'm as loyal as a dog. I don't know. Well, my situation is a bit more complicated than a dog would be. Anyway, I don't really understand. I don't know how people perceive me. I am not aware of how people perceive me because no one's ever honest with me. There are some consistent things. Like if someone comes up to me, all right, previous to the past, because I've been in Santa Monica for the past 6 months. I've not left the city of Santa Monica in 6 months, more than that, anyway. But previous to that, what I would do, I would rotate. I would go to. I spent a couple of months I've been, homeless, So I spent a couple of months in Hollywood, a couple of months in downtown Los Angeles, and then a couple of months in Santa Monica, and I'd rotate throughout. So I'd spend about between 3 and 4 months in each city throughout the year, and I've been doing this for a while. When I'm in Hollywood, that means that I'm in my best mood. The best mood that I can possibly be in while being homeless. When I'm in downtown LA, that means I need to work out. I need to get tough, because downtown LA is heavy as shit. To me, anyway. I only hang out in the financial district when I'm in downtown. That's the only place where And when I'm in Santa Monica, that means that I'm in the worst mood that I can possibly be in. I could not be in a worse mood. And the reason why I'm here is because Santa Monica is a nice place, is to offset offset the difficulty with which I agree with the situation. Things are now in such a state that I will never go back to Hollywood. I will never set foot in the city of Hollywood. I don't know what you can do to convince me, based on my studies anyway. It tells me these guys, they don't want to listen. So I have been saying things that are of immediate and pertinent value for more than 7 years, and if anyone had listened, anyway. Okay, and then downtown LA, it's just, it's quieter in downtown LA, but anyway, so as far as I know, unless I get the coronavirus and die here, or unless someone murders me or something, because I get probably about maybe 4 death threats a year, and they're not serious. It's just somebody gets upset and they're like, "Oh, I'll kill you," And so, I mean, I don't take it lightly. Okay, when someone says they're going to kill me, I say, okay, time to defend my life. And I defend my life in the best way possible. Okay, because you have to understand, based on my perception of the, based on my perception, what the, sorry, a lot of, this is, why is this every time? Every time, you, well, all right. Based on my perception of the situation as it is happening, is my life means something to me. My life is important to me. I love my life. Despite even having been homeless for 7 years and all the other various things that have happened which were distinctly unpleasant, I love my life. I love being me. Being Josh Hunter is wonderful. And so when someone threatens, when I say my life, I'm not just talking about, you know, the physical action of my body, you know, I'm talking about what I perceive to be my life, what I perceive to be life, you know, motion, change, you know, feelings, perceptions, you know, evolutions, okay, all the various things that constitute life. And when I perceive something or someone, you know, who has decided that they're going to try and interfere with that, okay, I'm not a violent man, okay, I do not believe in the destruction of anything, I do not believe in heavy-handed, you know, physical or violent action, but I do believe in the preservation of my life, and if my life has to become more well-guarded or shielded against that, against those people who do not value their life, then so be it, okay, so there are people who do not value their life, okay? There are people who walk around, who go day to day, and they do not value their life, okay? They throw their friends away, they throw their family away, they throw their health away. They do all these things because they just, I don't know, maybe they haven't had enough time to figure out why they are important. Every human being is important. Every human being is important. Every human being is important. Despite what the pictures tell you, despite what an image may communicate to you. You don't understand what it has taken to craft a human being, what it takes to craft a human being, okay? So you want to say, oh, this person's important. I remember I was in Hollywood. I was on, it's right in front of that Chase Bank, is it? It's no Inc. Is that? It's where, I don't remember, it's like Sunset. There's Chase Bank on Sunset in Hollywood. It was, what was it? It was by, there used to be a burger place there, and they had orange lettering. I don't remember the name of the place. Anyway, I was urinating. I was urinating in front of this building or something, and you know, some guy came out. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing out there?" And I said, "I'm pissing at your doorstep." And he's like, "Hey, you got to cut that out. We got important people inside here." And I was like, "Oh, you got important people in there? What about me? Am I important?" I'm paraphrasing. I thought I remembered what I said, but I didn't. So I might be making, I think, probably like 16%, more like 31% of this might be inaccurate, is what I'm saying. But you know, he said, "We've got important people in here." And I said, no, the pissing at your doorstep thing was right. Okay. That he said we have important people in here was right. What I reacted to, what I said after he said, we have important people in here, this is, I'm not sure. But I remember he said something that, like he was saying, he said something to make me think, oh, I think you're important. And I said, fuck, if you think that I don't even remember. Anyway, it was what I said was, if you think that I'm important, this is quite a mess. Anyway, so I'm not necessarily putting this individual into the category of people who do not value their lives, but I'm saying you can do things. You do not know who is observing you. You do not know what is observing you, okay? Life is grand. Life is miraculous. Life is wonderful. Despite your pain, you think just because you hurt that somehow that makes life less. You don't know anything about life, okay? Life is more than about whether or not you feel good or bad. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, do you understand what it means to be an adult? Okay, to move beyond these basic, simple concepts of pain and pleasure. All right. Anyway, so because life is listening and life is caring. Okay. So if you want to, oh, that's what. If you want to tell life that you care about what you have been given, that you appreciate your gifts, the time that you've spent on this earth, there are things you can do. Okay, you don't have to, go into a trance and scream to the heavens and say, oh, I love God, I love all of it, and the Spirit. You don't have to do all that. Okay, there's subtle things you can do, and I will keep on bringing this up until something happens. Okay, you can wear a fucking helmet while you ride your electric scooter. Okay, first of all, I don't even agree with electric scooters, which if you're going to do it, wear a fucking helmet. Okay. Second of all, when you smoke cigarettes, you're saying, I don't care about the cleanliness of the air that I breathe. I don't care about the cleanliness of my lungs. And that goes for marijuana too, because smoke is smoke is smoke. Okay. I remember David Cross had a special. He said, have you ever stood over an open burning fire and inhaled it? Okay. That's fucking, you know inherently that it's bad for you. Okay. It may not be as fun, but maybe perhaps eating the marijuana is better. Okay, I'm not going to say people shouldn't do marijuana because the world is bigger than my perception of it. Okay, these are subtle things that you can do to show that you care about your life. When you treat people like shit, whether they've done things that you appreciate or not. Remember, at some point, most people don't remember, or they don't know. They've never lived in an empty world where there was no one, okay? I'm not saying that I have, but to the warmth of having all these people on the planet, you don't understand that warmth, okay? This is literally that saying, you don't know what you got till it's gone, okay? The warmth of having 7 billion people on the planet. Yes, it's messy, it's noisy, it's painful, a lot of people are assholes, and, surely we could be doing a better job here. But there's a warmth to having all these people, okay? Have you looked into outer space? It's fucking empty. Okay? There's nothing out there. Nothing! And if you found something, would it be as warm as the people here? Okay? So you want to say, because some people, they get upset. They're like, yeah, we should just start over. Just fucking kill everybody and start over and start a new society. Do you realize how long it has taken to get this far? All the blood that has been shed. The ground is soaked in blood and bones. And the weeping, years and years of weeping that was not documented by anyone. You have no idea how much weeping there has been. I would recommend that you appreciate your life. Do not fear death either. Okay? You cannot die because you cannot be aware of not existing. You understand? Like, people fear death, but you could not be aware of being dead. You can only be aware that you were in a, not in your body. All right, that may be a little, airy-fairy or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so I'm just saying this for future reference. Okay, you think if we survive this fucking coronavirus thing, you think this is going to be the last time that this happens? Okay, you think this is because I remember what was it in Men in Black 3? I think K. He was saying, "There's always another, catastrophe. There's always another disaster. There's always, some new, alien threat. You just gotta make your best preparations and enjoy it while it happens." I'm paraphrasing, but so yeah, all right. Oh, what did I want to say? Oh, all right. The whole reason why I said this is because if anybody thinks that I know something, or they think I want to say right here, everything that I know, I've already said, or that what I think that I've already said. people think that I'm aware of something, like that something's going to happen or whatever. I am saying here on the record that I don't. All I have is speculation. I watch a lot of TV and movies, so maybe, it's just, that kind of stuff. All right, thank you. Thanks for watching.